Talk about a wild and inspiring trip. Just got back from another one of these beautiful historic cities and collecting this rare information. Why your world is yours. Once you recognize that your life is limited by the knowledge that you do and don't have, so many people have very false information. I wouldn't even call it knowledge. I would call it awareness of falsehoods and a lack of awareness of true knowledge. Why your world is yours. They're going to say, you're going to have to say, he went. We remember when he went there. We remember when he went to Egypt. We remember when he studied at the Library of Alexandria. We remember when he went to Spain and he learned Spanish in 25 days. And we remember when he was going through these ancient sites and collecting rare information. And we remember everything. You are watching the becoming. You are watching the unfolding. And I don't want anybody to ever assume that this shit is about me. Allahu Akbar. My purpose has always been to deliver the consciousness, deliver the truth, deliver the facts that are not as prevalently known on this planet, which are the necessities to living a quality of existence other than that dictated by the standard curriculum, which is really not even going to ever make you anything more than a docile slave to the systems at hand. Why your world is yours. I didn't become this so everybody can like, oh my God, Sheikhy Chic, the master teacher. Like, nah, I don't give a fuck about that. Oh, Sheikhy Chic, like, fuck Sheikhy Chic, real shit. Take the message, get the information, come get the education, come learn to cultivate yourself into a superior being. It's superior self-acculturation. Why your world is yours. As I'm walking down the street, you realize, like, you call it self-help, but a lot of people don't want to help themselves. They want somebody else to help them. They want somebody else to do the work, to be the responsible one for them. Fuck all these weird-ass people. There comes a certain point where you have to look at yourself and reflect on your life and realize, ask yourself, do you need to be scolded, berated, shamed, and guilted into being a quality human being? And if so, then you're already one of the lowest quality human beings on the planet, and you should reflect on that in and of itself. Why your world is yours. I ain't never had to be pushed. I ain't never had to be nothing. I ain't never had to be put in any particular predicament where people had to force me to be something I didn't want to be for myself. Once you realize it's about you self-selecting the path, you all have an aversion to individuals imposing their will, as you should. But it should be willed by you for you to be willed into a higher state of existence for your own sake and your own benefit. I have people jumping in my comments all the time. Oh, blah, 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 blah. It's like, first of all, you didn't even have to comment, but you got disturbed by what you reflected and saw inside of my video. And because you couldn't sit with the truth, you had to then displace and project some bullshit in my comments. True ego is when you could keep it pushing and you don't. You motherfuckers can keep it pushing all day, but you don't. Because so we're fit, enlightened, and rich. I'm literally what a lot of people are pretending to be. I am literally what a lot of people want to be. And that's causing a lot of unrest and a lot of jealousy in a lot of people, because there's a lot of failed spiritual teachers being and becoming whatever the fuck. A lot of failed experiments, you feel me? Like, why your world is yours. So when they see the real deal, the actual authentic thing that can never be bought, everybody's looking at Sheikhy Chic. Sheikhy Chic is some shit that most people will never fully comprehend. Why your world is yours. So once you get to that level of work, realizing Sheikhy Chic is some shit that most people will never comprehend, then you try your best to actually understand what's being delivered at your best capacity. I know that there are certain students out there who know how to listen and observe and integrate and truly think and truly apply. And then there are those dickheads who just hear information and regurgitate that shit like fucking dildos and fucking robots. Consider vibrations raised. So as I see these people, these lesser individuals commenting, you have to actually reflect on this one thing. The fact that truth is not up for debate or up for dispute. Truth is truth. So when you disagree with God, it is not to God's detriment. And when I use the word God, so many people, I'm going to solve this problem. So many people have issues with that word. So let's just call it truth. Let's call it universal principle. Let's call it the unerring, unmutable, infinite, unconditional, the ultimate. Those things that exist outside of opinion sway. You feel me? Those rules of life. I didn't make the rules, God did. I didn't make the rules, God did. I just obey them. And when you choose to disobey them, you have to suffer and experience and incur the inferior existential life, the inferior existential condition, the inferior existential experience. So it doesn't make me any mind or any matter when people choose to say, this, blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, go live your inferior life. We really have God on our side on a level that is unprecedented, and honestly, it's not out here. I'm the only one who's really moving with this shit. And whatever why your world is yours, it's not about me. It's just recognizing, like, who the fuck is even worth listening to at this point? You know, sober, fit, enlightened, and rich, duh, right? So let's just drop the rich part, because so many of you are quick to only focus on the money. This is why at this point, I will never simply show you what I have and show you like the amenities and the condo, the high rise. Like, I'm never emphasizing that shit. Who gives a fuck about that? There's such a big problem at hand that whatever why your world is yours, I'm working on some whole other different level. You feel me? So understand that it's about creating sober, fit, and enlightened individuals in the very least. And when you're actually enlightened, you have money automatically. You can't have no money. You can't be poor and actually have a claim to enlightenment. You can't be not sober. You can't be a drug addict and have a claim to enlightenment, a claim to illumination, a claim to self-mastery. You're not a master of anything. If you don't have money, you can't make moves. You can't even buy food. You can't buy water. You can't buy clothes. You can't buy medical supplies. You can't travel where you need to travel. You can't make any moves on the board. So you're actually very mastered by circumstance. And once you recognize you need to wake up and become a high quality player on the game, then you can start to garner and attract different things. But it's not even about player versus player. It's truly about creating community and creating vision. Consider the vibrations raised. Y'all are watching the young master teacher manifest everything in front of your face, from the motherfucking park, toilet bowl, to the park, to the snow, to the globe. You know what I'm saying? And it's just happening, you know. So I feel bad for all the individuals who, you know, have such poor self-esteem that they wouldn't even be able to step up for themselves. You have to go to war with your self-limiting beliefs. That's all this has ever been. Ever since day one, every one of those 444 posts, everything has been a war against self-limiting beliefs from my end, and also self-limiting beliefs about the perspective limitations other people are putting on. Y'all don't even recognize that y'all stop yourselves from moving forward because of what y'all prospect other people are thinking and what other people will feel about you moving forward. And even if it's true or not, you keep yourself in the same fucking place because what? Fear, pussy, whatever you why your world is yours, advancing individual forever. Consider the vibrations raised. Listen, it's about creating high quality individuals at this point. That's all it is. You don't come around me for the money. Don't come around me for the random bits of information. I'm a gatekeeper. I am definitely a keeper of the gate, because you have to understand the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of the higher planes. These places need protection from lower level individuals to get this information that is you're not qualified to possess this because you're too irresponsible with the most minimal levels of things. This is why I'm not a Mason. But this is why when you understand Masonic degrees, degree 1, 2, 3, 32 degrees, 33 degrees, and beyond, each degree must be passed in order to receive new information at the higher degree. Whatever why your world is yours. So if you're still just not even first degree, you're just so new, so fresh, so wet, and haven't demonstrated mastery of the information through integration and application into one's individual conduct, then you don't deserve any level of information beyond the level of information that you have failed to master. Consider the vibrations raised. Whatever why your world is yours. We are in Spain. You know, we have another episode to unlock. We have so much more to do. And it's one man really pulling everything together. Consider the vibrations raised. I see a lot of people in the game, and salute to everybody in the game helping people become better people. But Sheikhy Chic is in a whole different league and a whole different caliber of his own. You know, and I'm realizing there's shit that I got to do on my own, as my own, by myself, because there's nobody else who even has the vision to do the shit that I got to get done, let alone the capacity to get this shit done. You feel me? So consider the vibrations raised. Get on the program, get your mind right, get your body right, and be a quality human being. I mean, if you need to be pressured and scolded and all the other weird shit, then you just deserve to be one of the lowest level people on the planet. Next, says the universe. Next, says God. Because everybody is called. It's not some are called, many are called. No, all are called. Not many are called. All are called. Few choose to step the fuck up and handle business thoroughly and accordingly. Consider the vibrations raised. This shit ain't for the faint of heart. This shit ain't for people who want to get something subconsciously. This is for people who want to serve, be, and become at the highest level, to do the work as the Father is above, as below on the planet. Real life, bro. The works that my Father do, some, you know, the quote, whatever you like, consider vibrations raised. And all of this shit is really figurative. You know, I'm even out here, and you know, there's such a conflict in the deep-rooted history of the Iberian Peninsula between Muslims and Christian conflict, that I'm even having conversations with people, and people are like, oh, you believe in Allah. Bro, it's the same shit. It's astaghfirullah. It's the same thing. Allah, Dios, God, same thing, bro. Oh, no, it's not. We believe in God. When you believe in Allah. What? I speak 3 languages. Do you not understand what's behind that? The language, the words. Blah, blah. Consider the vibrations raised. Everybody who real and whatever, I know what that means. But like, yeah, I can just say this. That which created the same air we breathe. You think 2 different things created the same air? You stupid? Whatever you want, your world is yours. So many people are just really not on my level. And I have to sit back and try to be tame-ish around this shit, because, you know, guns blazing, people get resistant and get tense. So consider the vibrations raised. There's only one God, bro. And I speak 3 languages at this point, and many of you don't even have mastery over the language that you were born in, let alone have the ability to speak a second language. You don't really understand what psychology truly means. Consider the vibrations raised. So many things to unfold, so many things to unpack, so many things to deliver to the people. Wisdom, knowledge, insight, value, enlightenment. But it's one man doing everything and weaving it all by him damn self. And that's why the worst part about anybody who ever has an excuse, I just look at you like one of the worst people on the planet, because there's literally nobody, there's no one doing anything for me, period. Period. I have no team, bro. It's all me. And that's what makes this even greater. 3 languages in, 26 days in Spain, fucking fluent as fucking Spanish as best as possible. Better than motherfuckers at their own language, you feel me? Fuck, dude. Fuck, dude. Do I need to make a list? Never miss. Consider the vibrations raised.